bam, what did we buy? Okay, so we decided to test out one of these portable washers. We were just really sick of using the laundromat, which we've been doing for a while. Now, when we first moved here, I was hand washing clothes, and I did that for, I don't know, a week or so, and I got tired of it because it's like super, like, it's a lot of work to hand wash clothes, especially big blankets. Like, it takes 2 of you to wring it out. So then we moved to laundromat, and I got tired of laundromat. It's just gross, and we were spending like $100 a month at the laundromat. So we decided to try out one of these bad boys. This, I'm assuming the brand is a Zenny, but when we bought it said Super Deal, so I'm assuming the brand is a Zenny. And as you can see, it looks like a little mini washer. Right here is your, where you wash and rinse, and then right here is where you spin them all out. I'm going to show you guys, and it actually works out really good. This is day 2. As you can see, we've got 4 lines hanging up by the wood stove. So I'm sweating because it's so warm in here. It's hot. We're trying to dry everything out. We spent the past 2 days doing laundry. We had like a week and a half worth of clothes to do, and including blankets. So this has worked out actually really good. Really surprised how well it works. And we even were able to fit one of our like king size soft blankets in there. Now, we were not able to wring it out because this drum is very small. You can fit in the spin drum like 1 pair of jeans, but as far as like socks, underwear, and shirts, you can kind of load it up. And it's got this nifty little thing to hold everything down. And in the wash drum, I read you can fit 8 to 9 pounds. We were able to put, I think we've done like 2 pairs of jeans and maybe a shirt or 2. We've put a whole bunch of shirts together, a whole bunch of socks and underwear. Like, you can load it up. And it's got 3 different water settings. Now, it does have a place up here where you can hook up a hose to pump the water in. We were using our garden hose, and now that we've kind of moved this, because we first had it by the door and we had the hose in through the door, since we moved it to a more like better location than in front of the door, we're gonna have to use a 5-gallon bucket to fill it up. But it's got 3 different levels for, I guess, your load size, which is low, medium, and high. And the low it takes about 7 gallons of water. Medium is, I believe, 9 gallons, and high is 11 gallons of water. So it's not really water efficient, but it does wash really good. And if you live in a camper or an apartment and you have like access to unlimited water, then so be it. But actually, we've put a lot of clothes in it, and we've been washing it on low, and it actually cleans really good. And like I said, there's a rinse cycle. So our water is free, as you know, because we have a water tank. Now we have to be careful about when we do our laundry and how much water we're using, just as like if it doesn't rain for 2 weeks, you know, obviously we're not going to be filling up the washer clear to 11 gallons. We don't have 11 gallons to spare to wash and rinse. So there's pros and cons to it, but so far we're really pleased with it. Like I said, it cleans really good. Like the house smells so good. It smells like the laundry soap. Really happy with it. Also, the spin cycle works amazing. Like the spin to like wring out the clothes. When you take the clothes out, they're literally almost dry. But anyways, so I'm going to show you how this works. And we, like I said, just started using it, but we're very happy with it. And it's actually set up just like a regular washer. You've got your timer over here, which it goes up to, it says 15, but then it's got a couple dots. So I'm assuming possibly you could use 20 minutes, but really, honestly, you only need 15 minutes. That's what we've been setting it at. And it's got lower settings, like if you got a lighter load or maybe just a shirt you want to wash, you're not going to need the full 15 minutes to wash it. And so it doesn't have a middle agitator in it, but it does agitate. It goes different directions, so it'll spin one way for a few seconds and then stop and spin the other way, which is really nice, and it really gets your clothes clean. And then you've got your delicate setting, which says soft, normal, and then you've got your drain setting. So after the clothes wash and the timer stops, you drain, and then you want to go back to normal or soft, whatever, and fill it back up, which there is a connection. I'll show you that it drains out. And then for your spin, you've got your timer anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes. And depending on your load size, it's gonna depend on how long you need to spin it. Like when we put jeans in there, I think we're doing like about 3 minutes, or like a bigger, bulkier load. And it literally, like I said, it takes like all the water out of your clothes. It's pretty cool. So let's do some laundry. So don't mind the dirt, our clothes were awful. Okay, so here is the washing drum. As you can see back here, this is your like filter, and you're supposed to clean it out after every use, but it doesn't look like my husband did. Paul did laundry this morning. This needs cleaned out really bad. All you do is you pop this off, you turn it inside out, and you get all that good stuff off of it for the next time. That bad boy is clean and popped back in. It's kind of hard to pop it in with one hand, so that's why I did it before I started the video. You just want to make sure that's clean every time you use it. And we're going to fill up our little washing compartment with all my white clothes. And yes, these are white, but you could never tell because anything white here doesn't stay white because we are literally surrounded by dirt. Okay, as far as your laundry soap, you can use whatever you want. You can use bleach as well. I've been using bleach. When I read the manual, it didn't say any restrictions on what you could or couldn't use. So I like to use, this is my favorite, it's Tide. It's this cool cotton. It's got the purple sticker, like it smells the best. Okay, so now you kind of got to play around with it. And the first time that we used this, I had it about halfway like what I have now, and on the cup I think I filled this to the number 4. It goes up to 5, and we figured out that was too much. And also with HE detergent, which HE, if anybody needs to know, is high efficiency. It's concentrated, so a little goes a long way, kind of like Dawn dish soap. So we figured out we can use to the 1. The 1 or the 2 is about as good as you're gonna need for a load of clothes in here, depending on, I would use 2 if you've got a big load. 1 is for anything medium and low. Even low, I would use a little less. So it doesn't take much for the soap wise. And as far as my bleach, because for like my whites and my towels, I like to use bleach because it kills all the bacteria, especially on your towels that you're wiping all over your face and body. So always use bleach. And that was one of the downfalls at the laundromat is, yes, there's a bleach capsule, whatever, where you pour bleach in, but it just never smelled like bleach. I like to smell bleach, okay? I have to know it's been bleached. So anyways, with this, I usually use 1 to 2 capfuls. For real bad stuff, I use 3. But usually it's 1 to 2 capfuls of the bleach in my stuff. And I will show you, because I'm using bleach in my whites, we're gonna get the water in there and going, and then I'll kind of show you the whole process after that. It's actually really cool. Like, I'm really enjoying this. Like, I'm just super stoked that I don't have to go down 30 minutes to do laundry and then spend half the morning, day, or whatever doing laundry, and my laundry doesn't even smell clean or look clean, and it just grosses me out. Other people have been using the same washer, so I'm just really happy. I'm just very happy. Okay, now here's the fun part. Everybody in there's saturated, the party's going. Now I did add hot water. You can add hot water in here. You don't have to just wash with cold. It did say you can have hot water up to 50 degrees Celsius. However hot that is in Fahrenheit, I don't know, but I'm just going by it. Just can't be piping freaking hot. That'll melt the plastic. Okay, so I got it in there. I'm gonna shut that. You don't have to have that shut. You can start it and have it open. It's not like sensitive or anything. Okay, so we're gonna go here to our timer, and we're gonna turn it to 15, and you can see it's going. Let me open it for you. It spins one way, and it stops, and it's gonna go the next way. Look how dirty, like I told you, we live in dirt. Like, we're surrounded by dirt. Our stuff is god-awful. Don't judge. But this actually cleans up really good, really going, oh, I gotta add the bleach. 3 capfuls just because that stuff is god awful. It's mostly my son's socks. Like, he's just a dirty little boy. Added that. I like to add my bleach while it's spinning. I just think it, you know, distributes better. So then we set it and forget it. And to be honest, it's really not that loud. I mean, you can hear it, you know it's on, but it's, I mean, it's no louder than like a normal washing machine. We bought it off of Amazon. It was under $150. I think it's like $120, but I think it's totally worth it, especially like everything going on, like all the chaos in the world going on right now. The last place I want to be is downtown. Like, I won't go into the coronavirus in my thoughts because, I mean, right now people get so offended with everything, but I'm just saying people are being crazy, and I would rather just be up in my house where it's my crazy, not everybody else is crazy. So I'm so glad we got this just in time. While we're waiting for laundry, why not play with chickens? Okay, I have to show you the most beautiful bird ever. Look at this. Look how beautiful. Like, look at her color. This is an egg. Oh, it's just a minute. Good now. Oh my goodness. Okay, stop, Thor. He's got a thing with the chickens. It's ridiculous. I'm right in front of the wood stove. It's really hot. Okay, so don't mind me being sweaty. Anyways, so Thor, this is an Asamani and Maran, however you M-A-R-A-N mix. Look how beautiful. Just stop it. Just let me show you off. It's so pretty. There she is. Is she not the most beautiful little bird? Look at her color. She's like almost, she's gray, but she's almost like a lavender color. I've got littler ones. I think this is the same thing. They're just like super, like, I just love their color. It's like a grayish, purplish, I just love it. My chicken lady from Buchanan's Barnyard sent them to me. If you guys haven't checked her out, you gotta check her out. These are her project birds. She's kind of playing around, making like something with them, and they're just, these are like my favorite. What do you think of the baby chickie? Is it a snack? Okay, so my load is all done. We are back on 0. Okay, so now this tubing, as you can see back here, we've ran it out to outside, so it's going to drain out under the house and down the hill. So what we do is our little button here, I know this is god-awful dirty, so where it says normal and soft, this is what kind of load you have. We are going to hit drain, and you will see all of the water is draining out of it. Now we're going to do our rinse cycle as soon as all the water's out. Okay, so I'm filling up my little bucket for my rinse cycle. So here's our water, which is gravity fed out of our big tank. This is about all the pressure I get out of it. We've got just under 1,000 gallons. We've been using quite a bit since we have like a whole week of rain happening right now, so we're just we're not being sparing because I mean it's just gonna overfill anyway. So but anyways, so I'm not complaining because this is much better than having to run into town and fill up or go clear up the hill and fill up my bucket. So I am not complaining. Like, this is perfectly cool right outside my door. So I've got my water in there. We're gonna use the same thing we did for the wash time, but for rinse I don't need 15 minutes. I'm gonna probably do, we'll go with like 6. There it goes. Okay, our rinse cycle is now finished, so we're going to hit our lovely drain. And note to self, when you're done draining after the wash, make sure you turn it back to normal or you're going to drain all of your water out for your rinse. I just did that. So now we're going to prepare our spin. Okay, so here's our little spin compartment. As you can see, I said it wasn't very big, so you don't even have to wring these out. You just stick them over. Try to untangle them somewhat. So I basically filled it up. Make sure you put your little thing over the top to keep stuff from flying up, I'm assuming. Shut your lid. There's your other lid. Okay, now you're gonna keep it on drain when you do spin because all your water's gonna drain out. So we're gonna put it on spin for, we'll do 3 minutes. Just because I filled it up. Now when you first start, it's kind of loud, but then it kind of like settles out. And while this is spinning, I just want to know, this is not 12 volts. So we run a 12 volt system from our solar. So in order for that, you got to have a converter. If you run a 12 volt system, you got to have a converter. So it converts over to AC, I believe. So that's what we're doing, and that's how we're powering this, if anybody's wondering, because I do get some negative people say, oh, you're not off grid, you've got electricity. Yes, I know I've got electricity. It's solar powered. That's why, and you use a converter. So just note to self, this is not 12 volt, but we are using it because we have a converter. So okay, now since I don't have a dryer, obviously, like I said, we're hanging stuff up. So now I have to go through my lines, which we've got 5. We've got 5 lines. Paul put another line up. And I go through and find what's dry and I take it down. Now, this stuff dries, like I said, within 30 minutes to an hour. Super quick. Plus, we got this stove, this bad boy piping hot, so it all works out. So I'm going to go through and pick off what I need. And then we always rotate it. So anything we take off over here, we push everything this way, closer to the pipe because that's the hottest. So of course, all this stuff is going to dry first because it's closer to the heat. So we just try to move everything forward. We rotate it. That way everything has equal opportunity to dry good. Okay, so my spin cycle's done. I'm going to lift the lid. There's no lid. There we go. Now, as you guys saw, my stuff was dripping wet. Okay, look. This is almost dry. Like, it's not damp. Like, it's damp, but it's not, like, dripping. You know, like, you think this wouldn't work so good, but it works awesome. Like, it's just damp. Like, it's almost dry. This is proof it works. Look, y'all saw how nasty my sun socks were. Like, look how clean they are now. I mean, it gets the clothes really clean. Like, it is totally worth the money. Besides the chaos, and done. See, I washed blankets, towels. That one is just always dingy. That's just always dingy. But I washed everything. Everything is clean. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe it out because it's got a little dirt water in there and kind of dry it off, and I'm done until the next time. And that is how I do my laundry from now on. So much simpler. I would recommend it. They got tons of different styles and brands. It's very convenient and very easy, much better than going downtown to the laundromat. And I would say in the long run it's cheaper, especially if you're like us and you have your own water tank. We don't pay for the water, so definitely would recommend it. But that is it for today. All of our laundry is done. Big Papa helped a lot. So that's it. And until next time, I will see you later.